Long time no see, everyone. What's going on? So what have we got here today? I'll tell you what have we got. So men do not want to get married. All right. Okay. What's going on? All right. So, or men do not need to get married. All right. Okay. Why is that? We'll get into that. So when you think of men do not want to get married or do not need to get married, maybe you're thinking like stuff like, oh, divorce, money, house, job, car. None of that, folks, right? The number one reason why men do not want to get married is because of all these online apps and websites. Wow, okay, what does that mean? All right, so here's the deal, right, folks? Like this girl told me herself, she said men have too many options online. All right, and there's too much supply of women online on these apps. All right, so for example, what are you talking about? All right, so name it, folks. All right, Hinge, Bubble, Badoo, Tinder. Believe it or not, folks, another place where men are meeting girls. Facebook, and of course, believe it or not, even Instagram. Right. So now, what's going on here is thinking this way, right? Like Adam was telling me, right? You don't like Allison, then you can always move on to Shannon. You're bored of Shannon, you move on to Colleen. You don't like Colleen, you move on to Maureen. You don't like Maureen, you get Mackenzie. All right, I'm bored of Mackenzie. Now I got Melissa. Wow, all right. No, I don't like Melissa anymore. Now I can move on to Shannon. Wow, okay. Don't like her, I can move on to Brittany. Wow. So there's too many girls out there, right? Is that what's happening? Okay, I guess, right? So the men have too many options online on these apps, right? So they can quickly move on to another girl. And it's the same, it's a two-way traffic, by the way, right? Even women can do that, right? Girls can find a lot of guys and get rid of them within seconds or minutes, whatever they want to do, right? So online apps and online websites, right? Or these dating apps, whatever you want to call them, have created a supply of excessive or too many women, which makes it men to be very selective. And of course, most important, what we're trying to discuss here today is not get married. Okay, wow, all right. So no need to get married when I can go there, or the guy can go there and have a lot of fun. And when he's bored of that girl or he has no interest in that girl, can move on quickly with another girl, right? So online app. Second thing, folks, society. I mean, look around you, folks. Believe it or not, how does our society portray marriage now? I mean, if you meet most people will tell you not to get married, particularly men. If I go around and ask 10 men talking about marriage, 10 men will try to convince another man, right? Say, don't get married, don't waste your time, have fun. Okay. Fun, what does that mean? Fun, go out there, meet these girls on these crazy apps or websites. It's easy, it's fun, and who cares? Get out of it, right? So the society, right, has become pretty much anti-marriage, right? So men do not really have to get married because they could have fun, and that's how the society has made everything now, that no reason to have a woman in your life as your wife, okay? So men still want a girlfriend, but they don't want a wife, okay? Pretty sad rule, right? But hey, folks, also one more thing now, look around and people will say divorce. Divorce is one of the small factors men are actually afraid of, folks. So thinking this way, right? When you think of, men think of divorce, they'll think of, oh my God, alimony, right? Child support, and you know, I might have to split my pension, 401k, etc., my car, etc. Well, guess what? You've gone way too far, right? Think about this way. You didn't even buy the car, right? When you buy the car, you crash the car. Now you start thinking about crashing the car. So divorce is something really far. Most men are not even thinking about that, folks. And I think this is the misconception people have about men, saying, hey, men don't want to get married because they're afraid of divorce. Yes, but it's a small factor, right? The divorce is only happening when you're crashing that car. Now you crash that car, right? Guess what? I gotta fix it, depending what kind of insurance and what kind of repairs are made. But we're not even getting that far because men are not even buying that car. I'm talking about getting married. So forget the concept of divorce. It's gone too far. Another thing, right, folks? A lot of times people, or like females will say, men are afraid of this whole idea of trap. Not really, folks, right? And generally when you're thinking that it's a trap, and guys will probably maybe try to use this in a way, right? They say, oh, I'm not ready yet, I'm not sure, I need time to think about it. Most likely that guy is not serious about you, right, folks? He's just trying to be nice to you, and he's just trying to postpone that, right? You wait for 4 years, 5 years, I'm talking about girls, and they hope that one day that guy would come in, put the ring on you. Most likely that ring is not coming. Let me tell you something all, folks. Men who want to get married will want to marry you, right? There are men out there. I'm not saying majority of them, because the numbers are shrinking day by day as we speak, right? There are men out there who want to get married, and there's men out there who really like kids. They like kids more than females like kids, because they want to have a family, they want to be a father, they want to come home and they want to feel that they have kids at home, right? The feeling of being a father, a feeling of being a husband. Are those numbers small? The answer is probably yes, right? And getting back to that, it's very easy, right, folks, to find a boyfriend, right, girls? But it's impossible, or maybe I wouldn't use the word impossible, it's really difficult to find a husband, right? Because men are not giving that commitment anymore because of stuff which we have discussed, right? And men do not want to do that because they can quickly move on with another candidate or another girl, whoever they're interested in. And they can easily do that thanks to these apps, these websites, and also social media platforms, right? Also, folks, thinking this way, right? Men who are getting married also could be marrying for religious reasons, right? Now, let's just say, for example, just talking a little bit about the Jewish faith, right? If you're Jewish and you are raised in a conservative Jewish family, most likely your rabbi, and when you go to the synagogue, they will talk about getting married. Same thing applies to Christians, right, folks? If you're Catholic, Mormons, for example, Mormons, for them, marriage is important, and of course for most Christians, right? Episcopalian, Baptist, Lutheran, Jehovah's Witness, right? So if you're focusing on those men, that yes, those men probably still out there in the market, and they want to get married and they want to have a kid, and that's because of religious reasons. And again, the same thing is also applying to, for example, people who have the Islamic faith, who are Muslims, because they are going to the mosque, or they are attending a Muslim school where they've been told that they need to get married and start a family. So that religion could be an important factor, and also in contributing to possibly getting married, okay? Folks, let me know what you all think about this, folks. Are there men out there? Yes, there are men out there, and I think there are men out there who want to get married and who want to have kids. Is it easy? Probably no. Somebody told me something really funny, and she blamed it on men, and I completely accept that, folks. I completely accept that men are the problem over here, and men are the troublemakers, right? And she said, if this is how it continues, sir, we're just gonna get extinct. I was like, wow, all right, sounds really crazy, but yes, if that's how it is, if men do not get married and men do not want to have kids, then it will be kind of hard, right, folks? And what? Let me ask you all, folks, one more thing, right? The society, right, or the lifestyle, right, always expects, of course, the men to come out there and propose the girl, right? So the man comes in, he's supposed to propose the girl, put the ring on, and also tell the girl, hey, just make an example, Colleen, I love you, I want to marry you. And either one, she says yes, or two, she says no, right? Yes, of course. I think it's cool, it's awesome. Women can do that same thing, right? They can come to the man, say, man, listen, sir, I love you, I want to marry you, I want to have 5 kids with you. It's fine. But the funny part is, society still expects, right? Or generally, a lot of girls, all the girls I've met in my life, they always expect the man to come out there and surprise them with the ring. And either one, they're going to say yes, or two, no, I'm not interested, sir. So that's another important factor, right? And sure, and I think it's great. And I think girls should do that. Believe it or not, folks, if girls start doing that, I think it's incredible. They should buy the ring, go wherever you got to go, Macy's, guess what? I heard you can even buy a ring on Amazon.com, have it shipped to your house, show the guy the ring, he say, hey sir, guess what? You're not gonna propose me, how about this? I'll propose you. One, the guy will accept you, right? Or two, the guy will say, I'm not ready, and guess what? That's actually might be a great idea for you to move on with your life and say, hey, guess what? I made the first step as a girl, as a female, as a woman, and guess what? He said no, he's not sure, or he needs time to think about it, or he needs to buy this car, or he needs to buy this cool phone, or he needs to travel around the planet before he's ready for you. Guess what? Time to move on and find somebody who wants to spend your life with you and wants to be possibly the father of your children. Folks, let me know what you all think about this. Please put your comments at the bottom. And yes, please press the subscribe button. Thank you.